Hey, it's your boy Ron Big Black Garrett. Just wanted to come to you today and talk a little bit about suboptimal eating and optimal eating. Um, I'm starting to see a lot in the keto sphere of people, um, and really, it's really gotten on my nerves about the keto police. Y'all know my rant on that. If you don't know it, go back and check out the video. I'm really tired of these people who act like they know everything and they know what's best for you when they're not living your life. They're telling you what to buy when they don't have your budget. Well, I don't do that. I try to do just like I do in my Christian walk. I meet people where they're at. I'm not above anyone and I'm not below anyone. I am just what I am. I do try to use the little wisdom and knowledge that I've gained through my studies, both in the keto sphere, and in the Bible, my Christian life, which supersedes everything else. I do try to use that. So what I'm trying to use is my knowledge of how the inner city works since I grew up in the hood, and my knowledge of just how people eat because of today, because that's me. You know, so many of us get into this keto thing and we start downing or trying to make other people feel bad about going to restaurants, going to this or that. We don't have to do that, man. You go there and do you, and quit worrying about what everybody else is doing. If you're in the hood or if you're in a situation, when I say hood, I mean no matter whether you're black, white, Hispanic, or whatever, everyone knows what the hood is. I can speak mainly for the black neighborhoods that I grew up in because that's what I'm used to. But when I say hood, I mean anyone who's living in an unfortunate situation, anyone's living in a tough environment, anyone's living in a city or urban environment. That's what I mean when I say the hood. And you know how we eat there. We're eating highly processed, highly carcinogenic, highly inflammable foods filled with vegetable oils and all these other things that are unhealthy for us, high in freaking carbohydrate. High. Almost everything is high in carbohydrate. Everything is high in sugar. So that's what I'm talking about. So what I'm telling you today is if you're thinking about the ketogenic journey, you're reading all of this stuff and you're seeing grass-fed this and grass-fed that. Hey, that stuff is optimal. It's what you want to hopefully get to, because as you go through this ketogenic journey, what will happen is you'll start seeing that, and that's my wife coming in the house. I'm not stopping the video for that. I normally do but I'm not, just to pull back the curtain. I'm not going to stop the video this time because I know she's going to come in and be quiet. So, know that when you're going through these things, that you can live and enjoy life in a certain way without having to live like a hermit. You can go to a restaurant. I routinely go to Hardee's, and lately I've been doing an experiment. I've been going through a lot of fast food restaurants and stuff, showing the world that you can eat keto. I go to Hardee's, I go to Wendy's, I go to Popeyes. Now, is it optimal? No, they use oils and stuff that are not keto. But like I said before in another video, you guys have to understand that when I first started keto, the first 3 months or so, it was almost exclusively fast food crap. And was it optimal? No. But I lost 30 pounds, almost 40 pounds. When I went to the VA and got my blood work done, I was almost not diabetic anymore. My blood work was better than it was in almost 30 years, 15 years. So now, having said that, I just went back to the VA. I've been eating optimal, almost everything grass-fed, and organic, and all of these other titles that you use, and my blood work is better. You know, so suboptimal and optimal. Sometimes we have to understand that other people don't have a choice. So we don't need to be like Pharisees when it comes to this keto thing. We don't need to have the keto police running people down and beating people with their nutrition batons and making them feel bad and maybe even making them quit keto, which can cost them their lives. You're going to have to live with that if someone goes off keto and has a freaking heart attack because they kept diabetes and stuff. Be careful what you're saying to people. It really frustrates me. It makes me almost want to go back to my pre-Christian days and just start slapping people because you're not using common sense. And I'm just not going to tolerate it. When I see you doing it, I'm going to say something to you. And then if you got something to say to me, meet me at Walmart or somewhere. We'll talk about it. It's amazing how tough people are on the internet, but when they meet you in real life, they got all of a sudden they got a sickness of silence. So that's me getting on my high horse because it's really making me upset because I've had some people get really hurt by that. Now, I tell them to quit listening to them, and but that's another story all in itself. But you can eat at these places. Eat at Hardee's, eat at McDonald's. I haven't eaten at McDonald's for years, but you can go there. Stay away from the fries and all the sugary stuff and all that. Some of those places, like even Chick-fil-A, who normally uses pretty good ingredients, they even have some sugar rub on their grilled chicken, from what I've heard. I don't know because I don't eat there. My wife and my kids eat there. I don't eat there. But if I was on the road, I'd stop there and get something. I'd get me a grilled chicken salad or something like that. I'd stay away from the high sugary vinaigrettes and all that other crap. But I can eat in a pinch, you know. And like I said, Hardee's, I get the 2/3 pound monster thick burger. So a lot of these places are places that people in the inner city and in low income, you already eat there. So just go ahead now that you're starting keto. Stop buying all that extra crap. And actually, I eat cheaper there now. I bought 5 pieces of blackened chicken from Popeyes and just told them to keep the biscuit for about $6, which is less than the full meal I normally get from Hardee's. That's 4 pieces. And I came home and got me an avocado, cut that joker up, which I just found out I love. And I ate that instead of the coleslaw. But even if you have the coleslaw, yeah, it's going to raise your carbs up, but that's better than what you were doing before. And that's what we have to understand, people. If we're doing 80 to 90% better than we were before, if we reduce our carbohydrate intake 90%, sugar 90%, if we reduced all that stuff 90%, we're already doing 100% better. You know, and I know that math don't add up, but you need to trust me. When it comes to your health, if you reduce sugar and carbohydrates by 90%, you're doing 100% better. I don't give a rip about that last 10%. You're doing 100% better because you're on the road to recovery. You can fill in that other 10% at any time because it becomes easier to fill it in. That's why I say it's 100%, because you can start filling that in. I started off eating at all of these places, and then I started working my way into finding out about the better steaks, the better this, the better that. Food bill went down, so I was able to accomplish those things. So let's do that today. Let's stop with this Pharisaical type behavior. Let's stop trying to push people into a corner to where they end up just digging themselves out of that corner and stopping keto. The same thing when you're in the gym and everything. If you like lifting weights, fine. Don't be a religious nut about lifting weights. I love lifting weights. But I don't hate on CrossFit people. I don't hate on the person that, well, I make fun of people that do aerobics, but that's just me. And they know I'm going to do it because I know who they are. I make fun of anybody that does aerobic activity, not just aerobics, because I hate aerobic activity. But it's a necessary evil, and that's what I call it. I call it an evil. But that's just the inside joke. Those that know me know that I make fun of aerobic activity, walking, running, jogging, rowing, whatever. I just don't like it. I never have. When I was in the Army, I could run for 12 miles, but I hated it. I hated every step of it. So anyway, that's just me ranting, but I just wanted to let you know that you can eat keto on a low budget. And this is the start of my inner city stuff that I'm going to be giving to my church and starting out in the communities. And I'm hoping to start really using this platform, bringing other people along, teaching them, okay, eat at where you're at now. Let me show you the choices. So start with the burgers, start with all these other things. Zaxby's, get the wings, get the lowest carb hot sauce. When we get tongue torched because it has the least amount of carbs, and when you're out, and if you get a little bit more, it'll show. You just go ahead and do your best. That's the key. Do your best and quit worrying about the rest. The rest will fall in line. So hey, I love you. I'm proud of you. There's a lot of you out there that's speaking to me and you're not quitting. That's the key. If you fall, get back up. And you just take care of yourself. My prayer is that you have a Jesus-filled day and that you continue to be whole and prosper. Peace.